I'm great. I'm great. How you doing here?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for coming here at the AFIVA. And let's dive into it. You are the CEO, you are actually co-founder of one of the co-founders of OYASYNC.
Yes.
And the company is, I believe, headquartered in Nigeria.
Yes, yeah, we're headquartered in Lagos,
Nigeria. Could you tell me a little bit, what is OYASYNC?
Okay, so OYASYNC is a business process management software. So we help various businesses in different industries streamline their processes, whether they are payroll, HR, inventory management, point of sale, and various other processes that they need, and basically implement software to standardize so they can become more efficient.
Okay, so what's the story behind what makes you and your co-founder start OYASYNC? What was the solution? What you trying to solve?
Things so they can become more efficient.
Okay, so
good question. So basically, I had started a company in Lagos way back in 2013. It's called City Chops. It was a food delivery business. When that business basically folded, I started a bar shortly after called Bar in Lekki Phase 1. And in running this bar, I noticed that there were a lot of challenges in running in managing the staff, in managing the procurement, in managing just general operations of the bar. There was just a lot of peculiar challenges to doing this. And in that, I basically sought out different people that could help, whether it was with process or whether it was with consulting. And I basically met my co-founder, Deolu. And at the time, he was using a third-party Indian POS software with a mix of his own consultancy to help various hospitality businesses be more efficient. And as he was running this company, we worked together for about 2 years at Bar. I started to realize that there were ways that he could be better and ways that the app could be better. And I kept suggesting that, hey, for our business here in Nigeria, we need to see this, or we need to do that. Or one easy one is that we need to be able to work when there's no electricity. We need to be able to work when there's no connectivity. What do we do with that data? Where does that data go? Like, we can't just be blank and blind for that period of time, especially when people are transacting in cash and people are, and cash is going missing from place to place. So, in April 2020, after working together for about 2 years, he approached me thinking about some ideas that he had for a new business, some way to kind of evolve what it was that he was doing. And in that conversation, we said that, hey, to do anything, we have to build our own proprietary software. And that's when OYASYNC was born. And from then, we've been operating for the last 2 years.
Okay, awesome. That's a great story. So I believe OYASYNC was created based on a problem that you identify, trying to build another business, basically.
Yes, exactly. So, I was running this
okay, awesome.
bar and restaurant called Bar in Lagos, and we were just having a number of challenges. And anybody who's in the hospitality space will quickly understand this, or any business in Nigeria. We were having challenges with theft. We were having challenges with procurement, getting consistent supply of things, being able to procure items on a regular basis, having challenges with information, being able to actually do any type of marketing or CRM with our clients, who's our loyal clients, who is attending regularly, being able to get them back into the space. We're having challenges with HR, payroll, paying people in a consistent and easy way. So, seeing these challenges led me to start thinking and tinkering a little bit that, hey, if I'm having these challenges, other people are having these challenges, and we need to build some type of business around this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you start OYASYNC? When exactly?
So April 2020 is our official start date. We launched our product, I want to say about 5 months after that. We had our MVP, and we launched the product in Bar. We launched the product in my bar. And we also onboarded a number of other hospitality businesses that we were already working with in the space. So April 2020 is when we officially started, and the MVP came out sometime in September 2020.
Okay. What's MVP for the viewers?
The minimal viable product. So like the first version of prototype of the software came out sometime in September 2020.
Okay. And do you have people using the platform already?
Yeah, currently we have about 45 clients using the platform. So 45 individual individual businesses. But about half of those are hospitality businesses.
Okay.
And the other half are non-hospitality businesses.
Okay. And right now you only serve the Nigerian market, right? All your current customers are basically Nigerians in Nigeria.
All of our current customers are Nigerian, but we have a footprint throughout Nigeria. We are in 6 or 7 states in Nigeria, pretty much all Southwest states. We have a few South states in Benin. We have a few people in Abuja in the northern part of Nigeria, and a very people in the east in Enugu.
Okay, awesome. We'll get into the expansion in a moment, but tell me about let's talk about the product a little bit. Sure. Walk me through the platform right now. I don't have it in front of me, but if someone is trying to use OYASYNC right now, they're watching this YouTube channel, this YouTube video, and they say, you know what, let me go try OYASYNC. I'm in Nigeria. What's the process? How they go through it? They just register and start using it, or what's the process to use it?
So currently, right now, they would actually have to reach out to us, and we'd reach back to them, because it's more of a B2B business. It's less of a B2C business right now. So if you're a business owner and you are having issues with your management, if you're having issues with transparency, if you are abroad, if you live in the States, or if you live in London or Canada or some Western country and you're managing a project or managing a business in Nigeria, you would just log on to the website. You would reach out and add request for a demo. We'd walk you through a demo of the software and how we can implement the software, depending on the modules that you need for your business. And then we'd have an implementation specialist go out, implement the software, train your staff on the software and start to run it. But what makes us different than other business process management systems or other business process management systems is that we actually have implementation. So unlike other software providers who are just, who are producing software for the client to kind of figure out on their own, we actually have staff that you can either, have business process management as a service. You can actually pay us a regular subscription fee, who can actually sit with you on a weekly or monthly basis to help run through some key processes that you need, whether it's reconciliation or whether it's some part of your HR process or whether it's some part of your payroll process that you may need a specialist to help you walk through. You can pay us a service fee to do that, or we can either train somebody for you and implement them into your business. So we also have talent management services and recruitment services that we do.
Okay, great. How about your market right now? I want to talk about what's your main target right now, either in Nigeria or globally? Who you focus on? Which industry you're trying to serve, or you serving basically anybody who is willing to use your product? And also your expansion, where you're trying to go outside Nigeria.
Absolutely.
Let's start with your targeted customer.
Our target market, right?
Target market.
Yeah. So because I was coming from hospitality, or I have a hospitality business, we started the business focused on hospitality.
Okay.
But very quickly, from the OYASYNC business perspective, we realized that there were limitations and some difficulties with the hospitality market. So one of the limitations, there's 3 key limitations with the hospitality market. The first limitation is the inventory management aspect. Hospitality and restaurants deal with a product that has several inputs. And because they have several inputs, the inventory management is quite confusing, right? To make jollof rice, it takes rice, tomatoes, pepper, salt, Maggi, black pepper, onion, garlic, bay leaf, all these things, right, go into it. So
Yes.
the inventory management of that product is quite complex for us when we're doing implementation. So we realized that this was actually a little bit time consuming from a margin perspective, from actually our individual clients' perspective. Then the second part that we found that was a little bit challenging with hospitality businesses is that hospitality business owners themselves oftentimes are very undisciplined, if I can say that, because they're used to being in this social business, having policies and procedures and having to deal with processes now actually starts to kind of constrict them from what they think should be the best way for them to run their business. They oftentimes break their own rules, right? So if you have to write a purchase order to purchase something a particular way, they may just buy something on the cuff because they need it at a particular time, as opposed to going through the processes every single time. So we started to realize that, hey, why don't we look at some other industries? In 2021, we got a very large scale starch producer, a manufacturing company in Nigeria, who came on board looking for the services. We're able to start with that company from the ground up and implement our services throughout their business. They produce various types of cassava products, cassava starch, cassava flour. And we started to realize that we're not actually just beholden to the hospitality industry. We can actually start looking at some other industries. So from there, we've gone into manufacturing. We've gone into healthcare. We have a number of dentists on our dentists and some private practice physicians on our software. We've gone into retail, some retail clients. We've gone into media and communications, some clients who do media and communications work that need to be able to streamline the way that they actually handle their work. And some clients who are doing oil and gas. And we have some oil and gas clients as well. Yeah, we have some smaller oil and gas clients from petrol stations, some gas stations that we actually do inventory management and audit on their actual gas stations and their pumps themselves, and some LPG resellers that we also help them manage their processes as well in Nigeria. So we've become sector agnostic, and we're looking at every sector to expand in currently. And we're currently building out some specific products for individual sectors to make them more efficient as well.
Okay. Yeah. So how about your market? Now, I know Nigeria is a large market, one of the largest markets in Africa. Yeah. And you could say, you know what, we're good in Nigeria for now, but in the future, how are you trying to expand? Are you trying to expand to Africa? And is it OYASYNC is going global as well? Or you just, for now, you're just in Nigeria?
I think now we're focused on Nigeria because, like you said, Nigeria is a huge market, and it takes quite a bit to exhaust the Nigerian market correctly. And one of our key selling points is our human capital and our implementation team. So we have a very strong team of about 27 implementation analysts who range across from product development to payroll management to HR to reconciliation to accounting. And these analysts actually help our clients stay efficient, right? So customer service is something that we do not skimp on, is something that we pride ourselves on. The ability to actually be there to help a client when they have an issue with the software. If you get some of these Western softwares or these softwares from other countries, to actually deal with the implementation is actually quite difficult. So being able to replicate that across different markets is something that we're looking into. But if we were going to expand, we would probably expand to our neighbors immediately to the left and some of the, immediately to the west of us, and some of the other West African countries. But right now we're very focused in becoming the leading business process management software and company in Nigeria, so that we can eventually become the leading business process management software in Africa. Yeah.
Very interesting. Trying to focus on the Nigerian market, because I think once you master the Nigerian market, you could go pretty much anywhere in Africa, at least sub-Saharan Africa, because I think Nigeria has based on my experience, the most complex market in sub-Saharan Africa. It kind of it makes sense, make perfect sense. So let's shift gear a little bit now, talk about social impact, because
Absolutely.
Africa, you have a background in multiple areas in the United States. You could have stayed in the United States and make a lot of money peacefully, but you decided to go and start a business in Africa. So what's the goal besides of course, the software, the value you provide? How do you see OYASYNC impact socially, not just Nigeria, but Africa in the long term?
Great question. Absolutely. So for us, one of the key things that we see is that there's a lot of beautiful tech coming out of Africa right now, coming out of Nigeria. There's lots of fintech companies. There's lots of even business process management companies developing all sorts of technology. But as this technology is expanding, it's actually leaving the human capital behind. The human capital isn't growing at the same rate that the technology is growing. So for us, one of our CSRs or our key CSR responsibilities is that we feel that as this tech is expanding quickly and as this tech is growing to be some of the most advanced tech in the world, so should our human capital. The human capital that is going to implement the technology, use this technology, right? Use this technology in these businesses should be expanding as well. So what we found is that we don't just implement technology into a business, we also invest in training people who are going to actually run those processes and actually going to run those systems. So one thing that we've done on the back of, having to have this consistent pipeline of people that we either give to our clients or that we actually need for our own business is that we created something called OYASYNC Academy. So we have a very robust training program. And actually how it started is that we took, young graduates and we actually had them pay us a tuition and train them in one of our key analyst roles or several of our key analyst roles in I want to say a 12-week course, that is 6 weeks in person and 6 weeks online. And then we guarantee them a job. We guarantee them a job in one of our clients' businesses or someone who is looking for one of these analysts. We guarantee them a job on the other hand. So far on the social aspect, we believe that we have to invest in our people. We have countries like India, we have countries like the Philippines that are getting these Western contracts for whether it's call centers, whether it's for virtual assistants or all of these different types of businesses, especially India, we're seeing this, and the Philippines has recently emerged as this as well. And I think to myself, why not Africa?
Yes.
Why can't our human capital get to the point or evolve to the point where we can be doing and where we could be working with Western companies on a regular basis, where we can be doing some of these roles offshore for some of these Western companies, whether it's call centers or data processing or data entry or whatever it may be, we have the talent to do so. So I think one of the things that we are really focusing on is skill building and capacity building within our staff and within the Nigerian human capital market as the Nigerian human capital.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting. That's a great social impact. So OYASYNC seems like a very focused and I would say pragmatic company. And OYASYNC is up and running. To go check it out, I'll put a link in the description. Thank you very much, Deolu, and we'll have you back and to talk more about OYASYNC. There's so much to talk about.
Absolutely.
You guys are very busy, which is a good thing.
Yeah,
and,
yes, yeah, we're trying.
Yeah. And I will see you next time we do an interview.
No, great. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.